No, Mary Jane, don't go away. Come on, please. I need my spirits full with you. You're my only leg. You're the gel that mangle ends. You're the gel of Mary. You're the Mary quite contrary. M-A-R is Mars. Y is the division between the two of the two areas of your ass. Talking about splitting up, eh? You want to split up? Well, we'll split up. I'll just make sure I keep one of my ears in your area. And this is who the fox is. If you always hear me talk about the fox, it's because it looks like this. It has this little center here, which picks up from both ears. Have you ever seen a fox do this and this? They do it on airplanes. This video is all about Mr. Tackpans being a little bit more mixed up than usual. Oh, is that possible? Oh, hold on a second. I got a call. Ah, it's burning. It's burning. Oh, I love it. Mary Jane is burning. Oh, Mary Jane, you're not burning enough. Please burn, Mary Jane. The first part of the video is going to be about hi. I'm me, you're you. To you, I'm me, and me is you. Because that's what you're going to say. And we've said it before, and people have said it before, that I'm me. I'm not better than anybody. I'm not more intelligent than anybody. In fact, when I got out of school, it's because they threw me out. They only let me back in to do the last exam because they thought I would fail. But the only one I failed was my English. Lo and behold, there's nothing more true than mixing up the words. Somebody asked me this morning, he says, boy, you talk a lot. So what do you do? I go, that's it. I talk. Well, what do you do? Well, I told him I do letters. He says, oh, you're a mailman. I go, no, no, no. I says, I count and I do letters. Oh, you're a mathematician. I go, no, no, no. I just count the letters and I read the numbers off. That's all I do, nothing more. So what I want to tell you right now is, first of all, what do dogs do? Dogs pee, they put it on a bush, they pee on 10 different bushes. Why does a dog pee on 10 different bushes? Because you're in the dog pound. He's got to leave his mark everywhere. That way, wherever he leaves a mark, whatever bacteria or word or whatever is seen, you'll know. The cat flips upside down. Well, there went my light. Thank you, cat. My cats are all over the place. I can't get anything done. So cats, when you throw them in the air, they flip upside down. And we have two sides to a card. Why are the cats flipping upside down? Forget about the universe. For one instance, let's do something just a little bit different, okay? Everything that goes on within a man's body, okay, has to do with everything that goes on in life. We are replicated everywhere. If you're talking reptilian, start with yourself. You only exist because somebody else existed that made something that created you. Without creating something else in the science lab, they couldn't know what it would take to make you. So right away, you're a reptilian. Oh, well, my dad's sperm and my mother's egg. Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you take a look? Your dad's sperm is just like the penis of a cat. It's that small. And the cats flip upside down. You notice you can't use your penis when you're trying to count? I think I did this in a video once, but that's okay. Because this video might be all about 16 inches. They cut firewood in 16 inches. Now they're cutting them shorter. They were cutting them in 16 and 12. 12 is the L. 16 is the light. One wing is lit up. And I'm going to show you how one wing will get lit up. One wing. It wasn't the cats putting out the lights. It was me putting out the lights, by the way. Okay? Here is my instrument. Has anybody seen stuff like this before? Here's the instrument. Here's the light. Here's my backbone. Here's my backbone. And here's the light. Now I'm going to take the light and I have to point it away. I only can come in, I want to show you that I only can come in on one corner of the light. See the way I'm on one corner of the light? The main light will have to go up the other way, or a reflection by pointing down. Before I go on, and I know it's a little mixed up, remember, horses eat hay. When you go to the washroom, it comes out your asshole. Asshole must be number 50. starting up here on level 1, going through your body on level 2, and out your buttocks end. Buttocks, the ass, the tail just be above it. The 2 panels inside near our hips. How do we know they don't glow off of an organ? Does anybody play an organ? How about in Guadalajara from Christaberg? It says a 4-way pass. Quads, Lavere, the liver quad. What about the liver quad? What color is the liver quad, and does it connect anywhere else? Don't try to figure it out. I didn't even figure it out yet. What I'm doing is just putting things a little bit here and there. So I want to show you that when you set up this, I'm trying to set this up, okay? Okay, so now we have this set up. You see, it almost looks like rockets, eh? Doesn't it look like rockets? But take a look. Take a look inside. Look at that light. Look at the light. Look at the light. All the way up. Doesn't that look like the moon or the sun? Eh? So now, you light up the top. I don't have it done well, and this is the part I want to show you the most. This is your HI right over here. Can you see why? Because on the top, you have the funnel. The 3 sides here. You see the way it's skipped here? It looks like your nuclear weapon, and then it makes the H. But then in between it connects because the lights, they go back and forth. Okay? This is what it looked like. Doesn't it look like something? The barber pole? What is the barber pole? Has anybody really talked about the barber pole? All I hear people saying, and I'm sorry if you're a little bit young, but we have to know the expressions of earth if we're going to learn the reality of the truth of our creation. Of the truth of the creation about anything. This is the barber's pole, my friends. In horse racing, it's at the finish line. Why? Because you eat and it goes into your ass. What heats your body? Where does your body heat go in? And where must it go out without you perspiring too much? Perspiring means the ending of a light. Maybe perspiring inside the hairs that grow in your arm. Maybe out your mouth if you talk enough. But there's your barber pole. I put the red because it shows you the finish line. It's always the finish line, and it keeps continuing. Have you ever seen the barber pole? The blue is the energy, the blue light. When you eat, the horses eat the hay, A, K, and J, okay? The A, K, and J, because H is first, R is first, okay? But the H inside of it shows you the 2 heavens of H. Take away the H inside the H word, and you have the ace hole once again. The H, little holes. I would have to make little holes in these, and it'll shine out towards the sponges that go all the way up my backbone until it hits my pineal gland. The barber pole, the end of the line, the finish line. Whatever you were thinking, whatever heat was there, it's now pushed out and I'm growing hair. Well, I'm not even growing weeds, so forget about that. The weeds I'd be growing, I'd be smoking anywhere, calling them Mary Jane. Mary Magdalene, it says the gel within my own. Why? Mangel, gel, to mangle, to twist up. So we get the light. Well, I can't do that. I have to do it this way. Look outside the end. Are you getting the light? Look at the light. You see the reflection? Look at my angle. You see my angle's almost turned away and you still have the light? Well, what do you think that is? Mirrors? Reflection? You think it's a direct light? Any direct light will burn. So we must have a reflection, and within the reflection we have flaps and wings, so we can cool down, open up, and leave a little bit less light in, controlling the temperature on your body. A horse that eats, what do you think the horse does? He eats and it goes to his brains? No, it goes all the way down to a tunnel inside his huge neck and his big eyes and his tiny little ears. And it warms up in his ass, and then he shits it out like hay. So actually we heat up and we create our light in our ass from the heat, and then we get rid of it. We create the light in our ass. If you eat too much and you need to go to the bathroom, it's hard to do things because your light from your ass is not coming up through your colon. They call it a colon because something is colon, or because of the long way up the spinal cord, in which between each one we have suspension, so we don't burn it out. We gain weight on our hips because we're eating all that hay for the light. The one spirit light, okay? Do you want to know why? For me, I'm going to show you why. Because it's all about this fishbowl. Okay, you see this fishbowl? This fishbowl is in us over here. What's in it? The lungs that carry the water. That's why we have the fishbowl over here. So what we do to the fishbowl is voila. Here we are with the fishbowl. And here's your one light. This end will be out of here, out of your neck. It won't be very long. We don't need it long. But 3 of them are coming like this. Doesn't it look like bombs? 3 and 3. You see the way it's 3 and 3? In between, you see the way we can put a nose on here and 2 eyes? It's in between here is the star. You see this way and this way, it's an H. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4 shows you the cracks. The cracks is where you go. The passage is for the light. The cracks is for you to go out. See the way it separates? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this bowl, okay? And it's the same thing. Here's the bowl. So I light up the bowl. You see the way the bowl lights up? The light doesn't go anywhere really, but the whole bowl lights up. Let me show you another time. Let me show you a little bit different. Look. The bowl won't let the light go through, but yet my whole bowl is lit up. And you can still see the camera. But when I take it away, well, it's hard to do this now. But now what I'm going to show you, I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. I'm going to show you so this would be your neck. This would be your neck. And there's your light. See the light? I'm holding this light down. I'm not holding this light up. I'm holding this light down. So when I put this on it, okay, holding it down, you still get the light that's out. I'm just not holding it properly, but you do see the light, and I'm holding this down. See? You see the light? See the reflection? I'm holding it down. That would be your neck. This would be the neck on a horse for his light to get all the way to the top. But he's so blind because he can't see all the way up there. This is your neck. This is your light. We now remind ourselves that the cat flips upside down, okay, and always ends up on her feet. Have you ever looked at the nose of a cat? Have you ever looked at 6, 7, and 8? I want to show you something about 6, 7, and 8. Okay? This, 6, 6, 6, there's a space, there's a space, there's a space. 6, 6, 6, there's a space, there's a space. That's the 5 and 5 space. That's the 5 and 5 space, and in between goes the 5 space. You have double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 world of the gray, 2 worlds of gray, 12 and 13. You set up the distance and the division between the two. 13 one way, 13 the other way, 13 the other way. Bing, bing, bang, we got 39. Then we add on the complete light in one bundle, because when we go to our shop and we buy things, they want to send it to us in a bundle. Don't forget communications and advertising. If you have advertising, people are going to communicate over what the advertising was. I did do a few things that I'm having a hard time to do. One of them is Krista Berg in a blinding speed of light, because the horse is practically blind and he's fast like hell and he's got the horsepower to do it. It could have been a Mustang. Guadalajara, like I spoke before. Adam and Eve. Adam was very, very, very tiny, and Adam went into Eve. Without Adam going with Eve, he goes nowhere. he needs to be transported. Adam must be transported. And he goes through Venus, because Venus is all the cracks. Here's Venus. Don't you see Venus everywhere? Look, there's a Venus. There's a Venus. There's a Venus. Right? It's right here. You have sex, and you say, honey, I'm going to enter the tunnel. Well, what is the tunnel? Where is the light? Because the one light of 6 is between your legs. You walk, you create energy. The energy goes to your mind. You start to think as you walk, and everything seems to be handy-dandy. Where am I going to go next? I saw something today, and I designed it somewhere. Ah, look. Is it an H? It's a magnet. The magnet goes from here to here. If I put a D over here, this will become the R. And I'm going to show you. See the R that came from the D? Now if I put them together, I've got omega. There's your omega sign. It's 2 separate sides, or 2 separate hemispheres. Here's your brain here. Here's your brain here. I don't know how it works. It might be your ass and not your brain, but it doesn't matter. It's in your body. 2 sides come together. They put a little shock wave between here. They put a little shock wave between here, here, and here. Now these 2 could be locked together. They call it the butterfly lock. They slip one onto the other. It makes a hook. The other blade makes a hook. You tighten it in, and the 2 sides are together, but they're not locked. They can open and close depending on your thinking. Maybe that would be your veins. Now it all of a sudden looks like my heart. But irregardless to what it is, these 2 come together to create one big space. There was no space here before. In fact, you showed something, you say, what are you going to do? The mouth is open. You can't do anything with the mouth open, but the minute you put 2 mouths open together, now you have a space between. The outside would be noted as 1 and 5. This is 1 and 5. This is 1 and 3. This is 1 and 5. The AC/DC power stays short. The 1 and 5 goes around as much as he wants. Why does it stay short? Because it goes from here to here to here to here to here to here. This is the light. The 4 light within the 6. You turn the 4 this way, you put the 6 the other way, and you shoot the light through. So it comes out of the hole shooting 4. As it shoots up to the top of the head, shooting out 6. 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Not sure what the cat's doing in the litter box, trying to bury it. The information the cat has is the thinking, and everything that it does during the day, it has to bury it in the sand because it doesn't want anybody to know whose it is. That's why sometimes 2 cats won't go to the same litter box. And sometimes they really don't care because they know it's whatever. Did we look at the N yet? North. See the N here? See the X here? See the N through it? Here's my 7. 7 here, 7 here. 7 and 7, 7 and 7. If I make one more 7, you'll create an O and an X, and one more 7 will create an O and an X. You'll happen to create your N and your Z, and I think I call that New Zealand of the Northern Star. I'm not here to explain it perfectly. This is a bone. One ball on this side of the bone, one on that side of the bone. You plug the bone up. This is the 7th gate. Here's the cat's penis. Here's the cat's 2 paws. And here's the 7th gate. He's screwing that 7th gate. He's got his nails stuck in each side trying to read what's going on as it spins around, and your thinking goes upside down, and no matter what you do, that cat is still sitting on your head. The engine of the train. Have you ever heard of curling? The game of curling where you play with a stone? 1 stone at a time. How many stones do each team have? What do they use in the game of curling? This is the year we will learn, my friends. This is the year I'd like to learn more. This is the year I'd like to be able to come here and sit down and explain it to exactly. But if you ask me that question, I'll sit down. If you were right beside me, I'd be able to explain it exactly because you're here. Now I have to think and remember and write it down, and 100 different things come to my head. But if you were sitting down beside me, you'd be taking in those 100 different things, and I wouldn't have to reserve them. Aleph and the right wing and the left wing, because in the Aleph letter, okay, and I believe this is part of your head, we have something that goes this way in our brain, 2 X's that run in our brain, so we can connect both sides. It's the in-between that we pick up for our thinking, but you got to run in both worlds. The light comes from below. It lights up the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere, and whatever fireworks, whatever else fireworks, but the left and the right wing means because the A world, the E world, and the I world are all connected together. A, E, and I. The O and the U U is created, okay, because when you connect A, E, and I, it equals to, A, E, and I equals to 15. The 15th letter is O. A and E, 1 and 5, plus the 15, now equal, because you went 3 worlds, 2 worlds, and not 1 world. Do you understand? AB, ABC, and BC. The 1 and the 3 are the same. So you connect it right here on the Aleph letter going here, here, and here. The center world will be a circle. It'll be a 1, circle 1, 101. Because you can't go from one end to the other end, because over here in the circle, it's like a space station. You got to do something else with this hemisphere. So as this hemisphere is coming this way, the other hemisphere is going back, and you're making a tourbillon, which is a whirlpool for your thinking. And you see at the same time, once you have this angle here, if I do the same star over here, you end up with a V. And if you end up with a V here, you end up with a V here, you end up with a V and an X. A V and an X is 22 and 24, Grover Cleveland. Connecting of the minds, Grover Cleveland. So now what we have over here is we have the 2 sides of our mind right now. This one will be upside down, and instead of it reading it down this way, it's now rubbing against the top of your head. And now your hair starts to grow, or you're starting to sweat. 7th gate, another part of the 7th gate. See if I hold it upside down, this part over here is exactly like this part over here, and it also draws the 7. Don't you see it draw the 7? Here's the 7. Here's the C. At this side, it could be a Dalet letter. Everything is 2-way, 3-way, and 4-way letters. Anyways, what I said before is because the 1 dot, the 1 light is at the bottom. Forget about it. It lights up 6, 3, and 3. It lights up also the center angle, and not only that, but it brings energy for other pieces and parts of your body to work besides the light. And the air you breathe will now generate a new energy within light. So 1 light lights up, I don't know how many candles, because it brings the energy, it brings everything. And now you're talking at the beginning of time when they had 6 days of Hanukkah or whatever it was, and they needed all the candles to light, because it was this 1 light that burnt forever. While you're living, this 1 light will burn forever. It will light up and energize. You eat the hay. The hay gives you the energy, and it lights the light from within the water in your body that it boils. You're a steam engine. You light the light. The light brings power and energy, the light of 1. From the fire, you gain another light. From the food you eat, brings on a different kind of light. You build the gases within inside you, methane or whatever gases. They will create an energy from this 1 light, bringing in the spirit, or from this 1 light, which is your light of the light spirit, the soul world of light. When you breathe, that is your spirit energy. When you breathe, that is your spirit energy. That is God inside of you. Your breath. Your steam engine is what makes the rest of your body tick. The information could be the heart, bang, 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 chopping up a piece of wood to put in the fire, chopping up the information, selecting energies of the blood to go, for the blood to bring the air within the blood to bring the light. The bottom part of your body, there's your S. It's the number 6 and it's the number 9 at the same time. You bring them together. You hook the clavicle over here to here, and the light comes here. Here's your ass. The heart is not together. It's in 2 pieces. Your ribs bring you into vibrations, I'm assuming, of 4, 3, and 2. But then again, I'm assuming here it's 4, 3, and 2. Your heart, crisscross, over here makes your X. Now you have your X, you take this off, you end up with your 6 and 9 starting at your shoulders. You plugged in your head just like a turtle. This part over here will give you the light. 1 is the H, 1 is the I. Here's your H connecting 2 sides. Here's the 2 sides connecting your 1 light. How many other ways are there ways to say it? 81 and the freedom of the passage. 26 the dog pound. 81 is Venus. 99 is Jupiter. 9 times 9 is 81 Jupiter. Okay? 9 times 9 is 81 Venus. The doghouse, okay, brings into the light of Venus through the passage of the 55-yard line of the CFL because of the Grey Cup. Between 7 and 6 and 5, between every single number, halfway between anything is always going to be 5, because 5 is half. When you count the temperature, or take the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit, you will notice that the numbers will always add up to a two-digit, or to a two-digit number of 14, to a two-digit number of 23, 32, 41, 50, but 50 is the passage. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. In order to get 50, you have to start at 5. So you don't start at 1. 1 is the light, but the light lights up 5. Do you understand what I'm saying? Light lights up 5. When you get to 5, it's everything starts at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 15. But after that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 40. 25 difference. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is 65, or 16, 15, 65. Then you're going to get to 90. Once you get to 90, you're always lighting up the light. It's always 5. Left side of the brain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left side of the brain, 5 pool balls. The other side of the brain, 5 pool balls. 5 pool balls here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this in the middle for 5 to bring up the light, to spread the light this way and that way. Because of this. Don't forget, if I flatten out this dice, all these corners will be empty. There won't be anything there, just a thing that looks like a fish between the two sides, because you have to wire up the two sides. So you're going to fire out with 6 and receive 1. You're going to fire up with 4 and receive 3. So then if you went 5, 5, and 5, what's each side of your brain? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Which way do we want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 in the center. Why? Because you take the 4 dice. You must take the 6 dice. You put 1, 2, 3 on the card, because your head is big. 1, 2, 3 on the other card. That's 6. Then you got to go 1, 2, 7, 8. 1, 2, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3 here. 11, 12, 13, like I mentioned before. But if we were playing pool, we would put 5 balls here, 5 balls here, and then 5 balls in the center. That's your 15 balls. Let's go play the game. Or do you run with 2 racks? Well, it depends where all your brains are. You run with 2 racks, you get 30 balls. If you don't run with 2 racks, okay, then what you actually do is every ball, I need to know, is there a number? Are there 2 numbers on a ball? Is the number on the opposite side of the ball? If there is that number on the opposite side of the ball, you're playing with one side of the ball 15, the other side of the ball 15, that's your 0-0. Then you take out the center. What you have to do is you have to turn the ball into a hockey puck, okay? Imagine this is the hockey puck. You make a round like this on top of it, and you cut it off. Both sides, you end up with this in the center. This is your hockey puck. The curling is the top of the pool ball that you cut off. Would it not be? You cut off the pool ball, and it's flat on the bottom. Now you can make a handle on it. You can cut away from that flat, put a handle on the curling stone, and now we're curling. We're playing the game of curling on ice. My nose is cold. Are you following me? Do you understand? I'm not doing this for nothing, and I'm hoping somebody please understand. Oh my God, I see it so clearly. Something keeps breaking up. Do you understand what I did with the pool balls? We can't have them move. If you cut a pool ball in half, okay, and you make a little cut over here, you'll be able to see the light. Let me see if I have a scissors. Do I have a scissors? I'm going to show you. Look, I cut it. You see the pool ball? You see the dice sticking out? Okay, let me try and show you something. Look, this is it. There's your light. It's right here. Okay, it's right here, the light. It knows. It knows. So you take all the pool balls and you cut them in half. And put a ball on this side, and a ball on this side, and a ball on this side, and a ball on this side. Why? because you got 7 of each. Now you have to mix them up. Take this 7, put it with that 7. Take this 7, put it with that 7. Now you got 7 and 7, 14. Well, wait a second, we're not finished. Where are we going to put the 1 ball? Where do we put the 3 ball? They're not cards, they're only numbers. I don't know yet, I haven't prepared for this video. But if we slice the balls in half, okay? We slice the balls in half, okay? And we put a cushion between each one. You slice the balls in half, you put a cushion between each one, you got an ice cream sandwich. They go on each side of the brain. The same way they made the ships. Remember Star Wars, the first Star Wars, they made the ships? They were like this, because these are the 2 sides of the brain, okay? A round area goes up, and it just sits this way, makes it round. Then over the whole thing is a sheet that's put over it, so each one gets its own area. So you now have 15 pool balls, you now have 30. 1, 2, 3, I'm assuming go over here in the center, and then you put 17 on each side. The 1 spirit gate of the 6 light equals to 7. Why? Because 1, 2, 3 is only the division, that's all you need. That's what I'm assuming. It could be 4 and 5, I don't know. But if I look at this picture over here, okay, this picture is showing how the 3 diamond lights, or the 4 diamond lights. Is that what it is? Yes. Yes, it's the 4 diamond lights. The crown of our head. How they wrap it up. So we end up with the curling balls. Because we slice the ball in 2. Imagine that. We slice a ball in 2, we get 3 pieces. Number 2 and 3. Got to keep figuring out what everything is. But we have a bottom and a top. And they're exactly the same. First and last, S-T, S-T, F-I-R. The fur of is last. Because you put the fur, the covering last. Here's the fur. So you take these pool balls. And now they're round on one side, flat on the other. Now they're the eye. You cut a hole into him. Okay, you cut a hole into it and you put one of these. These pick up the light and the signals. You put one in each one, and now your 2 sides of your head are connected together. You end up with, there's the hockey puck. So the hockey puck, instead of splitting the hockey puck apart, you split the hockey puck, I think, again, in the middle over here. So if you have the hockey puck here, and then your pool balls here, and your pool balls here. If you had 15, you now have 30. If you put how many in the center? You have 30, you need 17. One would be 17. 17, 5, 6, and 7, 4, 5, and 7. I'm not really sure which way I have to put it, but the E, the electronic light, the flat ones, all the hockey pucks have to go here because they make up this. The other ones are round. Okay, so what happens if I put the round in here? It'll be picking up that round light sitting in wherever it's sitting in. You know. Must be a long way from the ass all the way up. All the wolves must be stopped, right? All animals. Where do all animals end up? So we have we have the 15 pool balls, in which 3 goes to the center. 3 of the hockey pucks. You leave the 15 here, you leave 15 here, and you leave, there's 15, there's going to be, if there's 15 and 15, that means there's going to be 15 hockey pucks. Why? Because you've got the 2 sides of the pool ball off. You've got this side off, you've got this side off, all you got is a hockey puck now. That's why a few years ago in 2011, when I thought it was going to happen, I says, if it does happen, it's got to happen when it's cold outside. Whatever it is, it's got to be cold. A, we're not allowed to see the crack. Okay, we're not allowed to see the crack when things split up. We're not allowed to know the truth right away. And if things do split up, my God, it'll be London bridges all over the place. We'll only see the islands. So now we have all those pool balls. I said number 17, and one of the things about 17 is it's the first and the last. Last is the wing, LA 3-1. First is FI is 6-9. So 6-9. AC/DC energy is last of the 6 and 9, which light up the gray. I'm assuming 9 times 6 is 54, makes the sun, makes the fox, putting the blood, putting that yellow salt and everything together to light up man 6. 6, 6, and 6. 1 moon and 1 moon, 7 and 8. 1 heart is 9. Now in the Venus world, 10, 11. But with the sandbox of Mars is 15. in the world of 6 Jupiter, it'd be 21, and then with the 8 of Neptune, we would have 29. 29 plus the 55, which will be 84, and that stands for the Pluto world, the child within us before we begin. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm quite sure I'm going to get down a good video after this one. I'm going to take a break. Thank you for watching. Oh, the other thing, if you want to do anything else with the 2 brains, put your pull balls here, put your pull balls here. Put this here or put it here. Right? We have to work our way up. We're not going to put the ball, we might put the balls here for the light, but it might be this that's controlling the 2 lights. You know what I'm saying? Budweiser beer. It's my bow tie. Tie, tan, knit. Tie 10 up. Light 10 9 and tie 10 up. Light 10 9 and tie 10 up. Light 10 9 enlighten 9 10. Lighten the man, the tan man, the tin man, because we are tin man. We rust and then we die because we cannot repair the rust that falls from us, that we lose. The rust goes into the toilet, and with every time you go, it takes another piece of your life. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm hoping to get something done before I see you again.